Jeff is determined to improve the process. At the last appraisal with Jack, he found himself telling Jack about all the areas he needed to improve in. Jack didn't say much, but fortunately his performance has improved. Following the People GPS course Diane and Jeff did, they decided to work with Jack to develop a position description. This has somehow helped Jack find his feet. Perhaps he didn't know what was expected of him before. He now seems more confident and doesn't wait to be told what to do all the time. He just gets on with it. Jeff is much better prepared this time. He's notified the staff that performance appraisals are scheduled and advised them of their specific date and time. He selected 11 a.m. as a time when there is less pressure on farm activities. This time, Jeff intends to follow the suggested steps outlined in the online resource. He intends to look at how Jack has performed against the position description, the main areas of work and activities that are likely over the next few months, how the activities match the farm priorities and whether they will help the farm move towards its strategic vision, what he's asking Jack to do and whether this is consistent with his position description, what the mid to long-term future of the employee is with the business and the consequent development required to meet that outcome, what training Jack can expect, and what he is prepared to offer in terms of remuneration. Jeff has some scribbled notes from Jack's last appraisal, but this time he intends to record information on the People in Dairy template. He's very happy with the way Jack has responded since the last appraisal, and he intends to offer him a small pay rise. He's asked Jack to think through any issues that he may have so that they can discuss them together at the review.
Come in, Jack. Make yourself comfortable.
Thanks, Jeff.
Would you like a cup of tea or coffee?
Oh, no thanks, I'd rather just get stuck into it.
How's your dad getting on? I haven't seen him since he got that new tractor.
Yeah, real well, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, he's been getting plenty of work. I hardly see him before 7.
Oh, he could be milking cows then, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Now, Jack, I'm very keen this time that we have very open communication. So please feel free to say exactly what you want to say and whenever you want to say it.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, there's a few things I'd like to discuss, so yeah, that'd be good.
I think we've come a long way since the last performance review.
Yeah, I reckon I was really considering my future after the last review, and it's made it a lot easier now that you've been giving me the position description, and now I know what's expected of me.
Let's have a look at some of those areas on your position description and see how you've gone. I'm really happy with your work in the dairy. That's been tremendous. I've been happy with the way you've got the cows and taken the cows out to the right paddocks, etc. And I've been very pleased with the way that you've been milking to standard operating procedures.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
How do you think you went? How do you think your milking is going?
Yeah, I think it's going okay. I think it's improved. Like, I'd probably give myself 7 out of 10 now. When I started, I would have been 4 or 5 out of 10. So yeah, it's getting better.
What would you say you enjoyed most about milking, and perhaps what did you enjoy least?
Well, I mean, I really love working with the cows. Sometimes, but I'm a bit confused in the dairy. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be reporting to you or Steve when I'm working in the dairy.
That's a good point, Jack. Look, when you're working in the dairy, always report to Steve. Steve's your boss in the dairy. But anything else, report to me. Okay. Do you have any suggestions as to how we might improve things? Is there any training that you think you might need?
Well, Jeff, I guess I was hoping to do a little bit more out in the paddock. I'd be really keen to help out with the calving, and I'd love to do an AI course if there's a chance to do that.
Now, anything's possible, Jack. The thing is that you know, we have been considering giving you more responsibility. You could, in fact, I think you're ready now to take over when Steve's not there.
Thanks.
As far as the AI course comes up, let's consider that at our next performance appraisal, because I want to see that you continue to keep this improvement going. And also, I'd be very happy. I really want to see that it reflects in benefits to the business.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's fair enough. Thanks.
Jack, how would you rate your performance in milking the cows since your last performance review?
Yeah, I think I've been improving. Like, I reckon I'd probably give myself a 7 out of 10 now. When I started, I was probably 4 or 5 out of 10. So, you know, getting better, so that's good.
Jack, I actually give you about 9 out of 10. I've been really happy with your work in the dairy, and so has Diane.
Oh, well, thanks for that. Yeah, I've had a chance to help Steve out with the AI recently, and I've really enjoyed that.
Okay. Now, what about we have to work with a number of people around here. What about the people? How are you getting on with them at the moment, Jack?
Yeah, good. Steve's been fantastic in showing me the ropes and showing me what to do. I have had a bit of an issue with Diane, but so with all due respect, she's been asking me to do some jobs up around the house, like mow the lawns and trim the hedges, when I've got more important things to be doing for the farm. My position description is that I'm milking and feeding the cows, and there's nothing in there about doing mowing the lawns. And one weekend Diane asked me to trim the hedges because there was visitors for the weekend, and I can understand that there's some fire control aspects to doing those sort of things, but when we're really busy around the farm, it's more important for me to get those on-farm jobs done first. So it'd be good if you could sort of talk to Diane about that.
Have you ever raised that issue with Diane?
No, sorry.
She always speaks so highly of you. In fact, she supported you when I wasn't quite sure whether you were going to make the grade.
I guess my point is that I was employed to milk and to feed, and not to mow the lawns, and especially not in the in the middle of winter for fire control.
Fair point, Jack. I see this more of a matter of priorities. We've got to get those priorities right. I'll speak to Diane about it. Anything else, Jack?
While we're here, Jeff, I was going to raise the issue of a pay rise. Whilst I'm not driven by money, I still want a fair payment for my efforts. I was a bit sort of miffed that Coralie is getting paid more than me. I found out the other day.
Okay, well, you must understand that Coralie is a part-timer, and so you're getting paid a lot extra than her, in the sense that you're getting holiday pay and you're getting carers leave, etc. So you're getting the on costs as well.
Okay, well, I guess that it just seems that I've set all the challenges that, I've met all the challenges that you guys have set me, but now it seems that you want sort of more from me for the same amount of pay.
No, hold on, Jack, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about you comparing it with Coralie. What I'm saying, I'm quite prepared to award you an extra couple of dollars an hour, so I grant you the pay rise. I was just clarifying that other point.
Oh, great. Well, yeah, like I said, money's not everything to me, but I'll be more than happy to accept another $2 an hour. I like my job here now. I love it here. It's good. So I appreciate that. Thanks.
Jack, I've been very happy with your attitude and your commitment to work, but I do have an issue that I need to raise with you, a difficult issue I need to raise with you. As you know, every Friday night I've provided a drink after work. Now, it's been brought to my attention that last Friday night this was abused. Apparently your friend Bill called in, and you had far more than the one standard drink that you and I and the rest of the employees share on a Friday night. Now, it was reported to me yesterday, and I decided I'd wait until today to discuss it, because I was a bit concerned that it wasn't the appropriate time then. So seeing I was having a performance review today, I decided to leave it until today and then raise it with you.
Yeah, I was out of line, Jeff, and I apologise for that. My friend Bill popped in, hadn't seen him for a while. He called in just after we'd finished, and Steve had to rush off, so I relaxed with an old friend, and we had a couple more than we should have. It was out of line. I apologise. You know, it won't happen again. But please don't cancel the Friday drinks, because you know everyone really likes that gesture. So you know it's my fault. So I'm sorry about that.
Look, Jack, I really appreciate your apology. Initially, I was going to ban the Friday night drinks. In fact, I've got to be fair to say I was ropeable that it happened. We really value our employees, Jack, and we don't want to put either them or the business at risk. But thank you for the apology. I intend to raise the whole issue of code of conduct at our next staff meeting so that we can all be in on it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd really like to finish on a positive note. I've taken a number of notes today. I just want to say how pleased Diane and I are about the way that you're performing now, and I'll be really happy if you step up to the mark and do fill in for Steve when he's not here. I want to give you some more responsibility, as I said, and also that pay rise is there. So let's see. I've taken a few notes while we've been doing this, and let's see if we have an agreement going forward. So far we've agreed that, I have a look here, you'll take on more responsibility for herd health, and we'll fill in for Steve in the dairy.
Okay. Yep.
Righto, good. We'll need to review your position description to include those changes and be clear about who you report to.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
At your next review, we'll consider the possibility of sending you off to do some AI training. You'll receive a pay rise of an extra $2 an hour.
Good stuff. Yep.
Right? And you'll follow our code of conduct, especially when it relates to alcohol consumption. And you certainly will not drink with your friends on our premises.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. I think that's it. Have I missed anything? Or is there anything else you want to talk about before we finish?
Well, I don't think we sort of came to an agreement about with Diane. You were going to talk to her about her unrealistic expectations, getting me to do the gardening and mow the lawn when there's more important work to do around the farm. I don't know if we sort of came to an agreement on that.
No, you're quite right. Leave that to me. I'll chat to Diane.
Okay.
Thanks for input.
Yep.
I think we've come a long way since the last performance review. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure we can achieve a lot together.
Okay, well thanks very much. Maybe next time with this pay rise you'll see me in the new ute.
Thanks. Thanks, Jack.
Cheers, Jeff.